Good morning, everyone. This is Poonam Shetty, librarian from Vasantidevi Patil Institute of Pharmacy. On behalf of Shri Yashwant Shikshan Prasarak Mandal Kodoli and the Vasantidevi Patil Institute of Pharmacy, it is my privilege to welcome you all to the national level one-day online workshop on research writing empowered with AI, strategies for fast publication in top-tier journals, organized by IQAC in association with Library Department. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our visionary management, Honorable Secretary Dr. Jayant Patil Sahib, and Honorable Trustee Mrs. Vinita Patil Madam for their constant support and commitment to the advancing education and professional growth. I would also like to acknowledge our respected Principal Sir, Dr. Arihalli Manjappa Sir, for his guidance and leadership in shaping this workshop into truly meaningful academic event. As we begin this auspicious occasion, let us commence with the traditional lamp lighting ceremony, symbolizing the dispelling of darkness and ushering in the knowledge and wisdom.
Kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah Shatru buddhi vinashaya Deepajyotir namostute Deepajyotir namostute Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah Shubham kurutvam kalyanam arogyam dhanasampadah.
Thank you all. In the present academic and research landscape, publishing in reputed journals has become not only professional requirement but also benchmark of quality and impact. However, many researchers face challenges in drafting manuscript, addressing reviewers' comments, and aligning with international standards. With the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence tools, research writing has entered a new era, enabling fast drafting, improve accuracy, and enhance clarity, all of which contribute to successful publication in top-tier journals. This workshop has been designed to provide participants with practical strategies and AI-powered techniques to elevate this research writing and make their work globally competitive. Now, I would like to invite our respected Principal Sir, Dr. Arihalli Manjappa Sir, to kindly address the gathering and enlighten us with his thoughts.
Sir, unmute yourself.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Please do it.
Yeah. Very good morning to all of you. Respected dignitaries, esteemed speakers, distinguished faculty members, and all dear student participants. A very warm welcome to national level e-workshop on research writing empowered with artificial intelligence, AI, and strategies for fast publication in top-tier journals. That is organized by Library Department, Shri Yashwant Shikshan Prasarak Mandal's Vasantidevi Patil Institute of Pharmacy, Kodoli. And let me begin by acknowledging the strong legacy of our parent organization. Shri Yashwant Shikshan Prasarak Mandal, Kodoli, is a premier educational trust which was established in 1982 by the visionary and compassionate leader, late Honorable Shri Yashwant Eknath Patil, Dada, XMLA, with a noble vision of socio-economic development and ethical transformation. Our Sanstha has always prioritized education that uplifts society and provides equal opportunities for all, especially in the rural areas. Under the visionary of our Sanstha, three. Over the years, VPAP has evolved into a leading pharmacy institute offering a diverse range of programs. We offer D pharmacy, B pharmacy, M-Pharm in four different branches, which includes pharmaceutics, quality assurance, chemistry, and pharmacology. We also offer Doctor of Pharmacy. PAP is NAC accredited with A grade and continues to deliver quality technical and health education, particularly focusing on accessibility for the deserving and undeprived sections of the society. We are very fortunate and proud to be guided by the constant support of our esteemed executive management, Srimati Padmaja Patil Madam, President Ashwin Shikshan Prasarak Mandal, Honorable Jayant Patil Sir, Secretary Ashwin Shikshan Prasarak Mandal, Honorable Mrs. Vinita Patil Ma'am, Trustee Ashwin Shikshan Prasarak Mandal. Their unwavering motivation and dynamic leadership are the driving forces behind the organization and success of how to go for fast publication in the top journals. These participants one more thing that these participants are from all across the India, more from Maharashtra, 240 plus, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal. Also, we have participants from all across India. So, on this occasion, my heartfelt welcome to you all for today. To touch some points related to today's e-workshop, which is focusing on your application of AI, artificial intelligence in research and fast publication in top tier journals. I think we all know that National Education Policy 2020 is segregated academic institutions like research intensive and academic intensive. That indicates that government is now focusing more on research outcomes from the all academic institutions. And if you look into the regulating bodies and their demands like PCI, NAC, NBA, QCI, including institutional management, they are giving more weightage for research. And post-research, I think publications are very, very important, and it may be publications or patents, or even if you go for startup kind of activities. And publication in quality journals, again, maybe Web of Science Index, Scopus Index, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So more demand for quality publications in quality journals. And these research and publications are, I think, need of the hour. So I'm very, very happy that today we have with us an eminent, distinguished resource person, Dr. Nilesh Kumbar sir. He's a research associate working at IIT Indore, and he will be delivering, or he will be sharing his experience, related to AI application in research, writing, and how to, select top-tier journal and for pass. And also, I express my heartfelt thanks and gratitude for accepting our invitation and joining us today, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
At the same time, I encourage all participants to make this opportunity. Your doubts clear, and make this, I think, of my management and we fraternity.
Hotspot connected.
You all again, and Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring and insightful words. We are truly honored to have with us distinguished resource person Dr. Nilesh Kumbhar, sir, research associate at IIT Indore and founder of My Research Support Group YouTube channel. I would like to invite Dr. Lakshmi ma'am to give brief introduction about today's speaker. Lakshmi madam.
Good morning to everyone. It's my great pleasure to introduce our distinguished guest, Dr. Nilesh Kumbhar sir, who is with us today for this national level one-day online workshop on research writing empowered with AI, strategies for post-publication in top-tier journals. Dr. Kumbhar sir is currently serving as a research associate at the Indian Institute of Technology, Indore, and is also the founder of My Research Support Group, a platform that supports and inspires research scholars and academicians across the globe. Sir holds a PhD degree in metallurgical engineering and material science from IIT Indore, along with an MTech and BE in mechanical engineering. With more than 10 years of academic experience and valuable industrial exposure, Sir has made noteworthy contributions as a teacher, researcher, and a mentor. Dr. Kumbhar sir is currently serving as a research associate at the Indian Institute of Technology, Indore, and is also the founder of My Research Support Group, a platform that supports, inspires research scholars and academics across the globe. Sir Holsey delivered over 100 invited talks and workshops at leading national and international institutes covering areas such as AI tools in research writing, journalism, and ethics in publications, research topic selection, and strategies for publications in high-impact journals. Sir has authorized a book, published 21 international journal papers, presented at 7 international conferences, and holds a patent on innovative fluid technology. His excellence has been recognized with the SERB International Travel Support Grant in 2024, which enabled him to present at the prestigious Biometal Symposium in Poland. Sir has also an active member of professional bodies such as ISTE, SEAE, and IEE, and serves as a reviewer for reputed Elsewhere and Springer journals. Through his My Research Support YouTube channel, Dr. Kumba sir continues to guide and empower thousands of young researchers. With such an inspiring journey and dedication toward advancing research and academic excellence, we are truly privileged to have Dr. Nilesh Kumba sir with us today. With such an inspiring journey and dedication towards advancing research and academic and excellence, we are truly privileged to welcome Dr. Nilesh Kumba sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
We hand over the session to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining with us.
Okay, thank you.
So the session is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me share my screen first. I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first of
Sir,
all,
can you just hide that notification?
yes, sure.
So that
Sure.
screen will be
Okay.
clear.
Okay. So
Thank
first
you,
of all, thank you very much. My special thanks to Poonam ma'am, because she's in continuous contact with me since long, and principal and the entire organizing committee of the college. So it is really my pleasure to be here with all of you, and definitely I'll take care of the session. Means after, even though this 2 to 3 hour session is comparatively less, because I have delivered 2 day sessions, hands-on sessions at different institutes, and even sometimes I feel that duration is less, but still I will come up with some key points. Those will definitely help you a lot in your research paper writing and publication. Okay. So let me give you an overview about my presentation first, and then we'll move ahead discussing these AI tools and overall scenario, current scenario, what is exactly going on, and what kind of roles we'll be playing, and how smartly we need to take care of everything. Okay, so we have to anyhow combine hard work with smartness, then only we will move ahead quite faster. Okay, so I'll be highlighting 2 important points in this presentation. So first is about manuscript preparation, and second is about publication. So we'll be discussing about, so this is the most important thing. So many researchers having confusion about similarity, plagiarism, AI. So first I'll be highlighting this point, and then we will talk about research paper writing. Means what are the AI tools you will be using for research paper formatting, because currently if you observe, there are thousands plus tools available into the market. So which tool we should use? Maybe for performing literature review, you will find 50 plus tools. So this is really confusing nowadays, and because of that, here I'll be highlighting only few tools, and those you can use. So then literature review paper writing we'll be discussing upon, and then most importantly we will talk about journal selection and research paper formatting. So let's talk about the very hot topic in recent days, which is AI score or AI detection. So ChatGPT has launched few years ago, and many researchers have started using ChatGPT blindly. They have created documents, they have created entire research papers, and even at that time, those research papers got published by the journals, because at that time they were, maybe we can say, those researchers were very lucky that at that time there won't be any kind of tool that could detect the text which is generated from AI tools. Okay, but right after the launch of ChatGPT, after 1 to 2 years, then several tools come into the market, and they have enabled the feature AI detection, and through that AI detection, now it is possible, if you are using any AI tool, then those AI detectors can catch the text and will show AI score, means how much of text is generated by the AI tools like ChatGPT. Okay, so AI content is created using algorithms. See, this is again the most important point. We'll be discussing about algorithms as well. If you have used generative type of algorithms or AI generative tools, if you have generated the content, so that can be detected by these AI detectors. Okay, so generally human text and this AI text is little different, and that is, so whenever the AI tool generate text, which generates a specific pattern, because that is somehow a program which run and generate text. So if you compare a long version of text, maybe 2 pages, then there you will find some similarity in between or some patterns, same patterns in that generated text, and exactly those patterns will be detected by these AI detectors. Okay, so that is the difference between human text and AI text. Now the most important point is, it is even nowadays, it is even not that much easy to detect these patterns. Those are generated by AI tools. Means currently whatever AI tools available into the market are not 100% accurate. Okay, and that is why you will find that not very few, maybe 20 to 30% of universities and journals have started using this AI detection feature. Okay, not entirely, just because like similarity. So similar, in case of similarity, you can say that those the checkers, plagiarism checkers are 100% accurate. But in current scenario, these AI detectors are not 100% accurate. But in future, definitely, as the advancements will move ahead, you will find that even 100% of universities and journals will start using these AI detectors to analyze these patterns. Okay, but nowadays, even if let us say if you have written a research paper in your own words, and if you are checking that research paper into AI detectors, let us say in Turnitin's AI detector, then in that case also there is a possibility that it will show maybe 20% similarity, or sorry, AI score, or 10% AI score. So that does mean, even though you have written in your own words, but still sometimes these AI detectors can detect maybe 10 or 20% text as AI generated. So that does mean these AI detectors are not that much accurate. Okay, now you have to first understand about this AI algorithms, then we will discuss about the AI tools. So generally, the text would be generated or corrected by using two algorithms. So first is basic and corrective type of algorithm. Now you can think about different AI detection tools or AI tools or research tools like Grammarly. So whenever we correct something by using Grammarly, in that case also we may change entire sentence sequence for clarity. There is one option under Grammarly which is called as clarity. So to improve clarity, if we have a specific sentence, then under Grammarly also we can change that sentence entirely so that the clarity can be improved. Okay, but in that case, if you have corrected all the grammatical errors of your research paper by using Grammarly, and if you're checking that document under AI detectors, then it will show 0% AI score. That does mean Grammarly comes under this basic or corrective type of algorithms. Okay, so corrective type of algorithm or corrective AI, what it does means it improves your writing. Okay, and after that, it in few cases it may show low or either no AI detection. Okay, so we can think about few of these AI tools. If you are using Jenny AI's rewriter feature, this again one of the AI tool we'll be discussing out. Then PaperPal language check feature is also there. Tulbot if you are using paraphrasing. Okay, but means what prompts you will be using, how you are paraphrasing, that matters a lot. Okay. And then Grammarly. So if you are correcting grammatical errors, then so all this, see, not entirely Qlibot, not entirely Paperpal, Genie, only few features if you are using, then those comes under this basic or corrective type of algorithms. Then that is why Grammarly is almost subscribed by all the big institutes like IITs, IIMs, and they have taken institutional subscription. So definitely if you're using this means properly, then no problem. There won't be any AI detections for your research documents. Now generative type of algorithms. So exactly these AI detectors have means are come into the market just to detect the text which is generated by this generative type of algorithms. Okay, that does mean it writes for you, and in that case it will show very high AI detection. Let us say if you're using ChatGPT, you just put a prompt like generate an introduction section for this research paper. Okay, so you will find maybe 500-600 words introduction. So if you're checking that text into AI detectors, then definitely it will show almost 100% or maybe close to that. So like if you're using any chatbot, if you're using ChatGPT, or maybe even if you're using Genie AI to generate text, here I have mentioned about rewriter. So if you're using rewriting feature, and in rewriting also, if you are not means modifying the text to greater extent, then only it won't be detected. So we'll discuss this part later. But now just understand, if you're using Grammarly or Qlibot, Paperpal, Genie AI specific feature, then you need not to worry. Now corrective type of algorithms, we'll take just simple example. So this is paracetamol is used for reduce fever and pain, overdose can damage liver. There are some grammatical errors. So I've used Grammarly, and if I have changing this, then it is means in this case this text can't be detected in AI. Even in this case also it won't be detected, because it is this sentences have used corrective type of algorithms. Okay, generative type, paracetamol used for reduce fever, overdose can damage liver. So if you are using ChatGPT and if you are rewriting this sentence, but ChatGPT has rewrote the sentence, but that is in this form. So you can observe this sentence. So most of the part, almost 80% of the data is newly added. Okay, so in that case, this entire text can show maybe 80 to 90% of AI score. So that is why, even though if you're using ChatGPT, so you have to put a prompt very smartly, that you can put a prompt like correct this sentence without adding any new or extra words. Okay, so in that case definitely it will correct your sentence, means it will correct all the grammatical errors. So in that, for that also you can use, even let us say if your English is very worst, and still you can write that in your own words, and you can use ChatGPT to rewrite. Okay, but in that case also you have to use specific words into prompt, that rewrite without adding any new words. So in that case also your own written text can be effectively rewritten by ChatGPT without showing any AI score. So AI detection score would be 80 to 100% if it is as it is generated by, or even if it is rewritten, but it has a maximum addition of words, new words. Okay. Now let's move ahead to discuss about best AI checker. Now you may be using, or many of you may be using AI tools, maybe ChatGPT or any other, but it is highly recommended that if you are using any of the AI tools for your research writing, then after doing that, before submitting your research paper to journals, or before submitting your PhD thesis or any dissertation to the universities, you must confirm the AI score. Otherwise, if that university or journal is using this AI detectors, then you may be blacklisted or some action may be taken in that case. Okay, so if it is 100% AI score, so that is quite, if it is 100%, then something is wrong. So now the question may come into your mind that which AI checker you need to use. So within all these AI detectors, you will find few of the free AI detectors as well. Okay, but the every AI detector's ability to detect the AI score is entirely different. Okay, so how that algorithm, how that program is designed, that does matters a lot. So that is the first point. And the second point is, you have to first think about journals and universities do use which AI detector. Okay, let us say if journal is using Turnitin AI detector. Okay, and obviously then before submitting to that journal, see, most of the journals, as per my experience, most of the journals and universities do use Turnitin AI detector. Okay, for plagiarism there might be different choice, but nowadays one of the most accurate, see, it is still not 100% accurate, even that is clearly mentioned by Turnitin also on their website, that this is not 100% accurate till 20%. Means, let us say if you have written one document and if you are checking that document into Turnitin, so if it is 15%, then Turnitin is showing it may not be accurate, so you can accept that. So in that case, still 20% it is not accurate, but comparatively, if you compare with all other tools, so Turnitin is the most accurate for AI detection, and almost all the universities and journals do use Turnitin. So make sure to use Turnitin, because in Turnitin sometimes there is possibility. Let us say if you have generated text by using ChatGPT, or you have rewritten your own text by using ChatGPT, if you check into Turnitin's AI detection, it may show 20% AI detection. Okay, in GPT-0 it may show 40%. So in that case, you can't say that this Turnitin's AI detection is wrong. No, there might be the possibility that this is not, means this is incorrect. Means original is 20%, but it is showing 40%. So that is also possibility. If you have written the text in your own words, in that case also Turnitin may show 0%. But this sampling or maybe zero GPT will show 30%. So that is a possibility. Sometimes Turnitin may show 40%. These tools may show like 0%. Okay. So anyhow, at least by considering the current scenario, you can consider Turnitin for AI detection. You can confirm, and that is again not an easy task, because Turnitin's subscription can only be provided to the universities, and that cost 10 minimum, it starts package, minimum package starts with 10 lakh per annum, and under that you will get specific student IDs and instructor IDs. Okay, so that may not be possible to each and everyone, but yes, if you need any kind of help from me or my team to check our AI score and similarity, you can contact us. I can share the contact details. Okay, but it is highly recommended that before submitting to journals or universities, you have to check your document if you are at all making use of any AI tools in your research writing. Okay, so this is about best AI checker. Now let's talk about allowable percentage of AI. Now first talk about journals and universities. So I have already cleared this point, that currently, so I have read some reports, and according to those reports, those are mentioned, currently 30%, only 30% of the universities and journals do use this AI detection feature. Okay, means 70% of these journals or universities do not trust these AI detectors. Okay. And that is because I said that is because of the accuracy. Means these AI detectors are not 100% accurate. So because of that, human written text, they can show human written text as AI generated. AI generated text, they may show as human written. Okay, so that is the point. And because of this problem, this big problem associated with the accuracy of these AI detectors, if you check a document, your maybe your, let us say your research paper, into turn it in AI detector detection, and if it shows something around 30%, then also it is fine. Means you can consider that journal, that research paper submitting into the journals, okay, or the reports into the universities. Okay, so 30%, less than 30% is accepted in journals. And same we talk about the universities, then there again the same thing, less than 30% can be accepted. Now, the most important point is, let us say I have 10 pages of research paper, and in that 10 pages, first 8 pages are not showing, first 8 pages are showing, let us say 0% AI score. So how we can analyze this? Because whenever you will see the report, the text will be highlighted with some color. So that does mean that text is detected under AI. So let us say first 8 pages don't have any text highlighted. That does mean it has 0% AI score. But last 2 pages have entire text is highlighted. Means complete entire paragraphs are highlighted. So that will show 100% AI. But if combinedly you will see the report, then that report would be showing roughly 20% AI score. So in that case also, you may face problems in journal publications, more specifically, because if AI score is intermittent, then it is accepted that this may be this may be because of the inaccuracy. But 2 pages are continuously highlighted, that does mean there is something wrong with your text, and you might have used the AI tool to generate that text. So in that case also you need to take care of. So if continuous text, even though your AI percentage is less, but the continuous text is generated, then yes, in that case you may face difficulty. Okay, so this is what the current scenario about this allowable percentage of AI. Now let's talk about second important point, which is about plagiarism and similarity. So we know that plagiarism is simply copying someone else's work without permission. That is called as plagiarism. And similarity is copying someone else's work. Sorry, this is with. Copying someone else's work with permission. So that is called as plagiarism and similarity. Let us say if you have copied this sentence, entire sentence, from somebody else's research paper, and if you put this text into your research paper, and if you are publishing that, if you want to publish that text as your own text, then that can be called as plagiarism, because you have not provided proper citations. But in case if you're providing proper citation, let us say you have copied this text from this first research paper, then this plagiarism comes to similarity. Okay, so that is the difference. Now that does not mean you can copy somebody else's work as it is, and you can be a very smart and you can put a citation. So that may not be the case, even though this can be called as similarity. But let us say if I have copied this 7 to 8 lines as it is from somebody's work, and I'm also claiming that this is not my own work, but I have copied this from this research article. So then also it can't be called as similarity, even though it has a citation, but still it can be called as plagiarism. So plagiarism is not accepted at all, but similarity can be accepted to some extent. Okay, that does mean if you are writing any specific paragraph, let us say I have written this specific paragraph, and to write this paragraph I have referred 2 to 3 research articles. Okay, but I have written that paragraph in my own words. Obviously few of the words you can take from these research papers, no problem, but you have to rewrite or you have to summarize into your own words by taking help of this text. And in that case you have to put these citations that you have used these two references to write this paragraph. So in that case this text won't be detected under plagiarism, and this is an ethical use of the published text. So in this case, this is called as plagiarism. You are committing plagiarism. So that is one of the most important point. Now, okay. Now, which plagiarism checkers you need to use? That is again one of the best, which is the best plagiarism checker. So if you can observe, like in Quillbot now, almost in every AI tool you will find plagiarism checker. So now whichever AI tool is coming into the market, they have AI agent, they have co-pilots, they have these plagiarism checkers, and we have even AI checkers. Okay, so Qboard, Drillbit, Qtex, Authenticate, CopyLeaks, Turnitin. So now you have to decide that which is the best plagiarism checker, and how to decide that. See, in order to decide that which plagiarism checker is best, you have to first think about the point your university use, which plagiarism checker is used by your university or institute. Let us say if your university is using Drillbit, then you have to use Drillbit. If your university is using Turnitin, then you have to use Turnitin. So that is must. If your university using Authenticate, you can use Authenticate. So this is the first option or first parameter you need to think of before deciding which plagiarism checker is best. See, why I'm telling you this, the main reason is, as we discussed in case of AI checkers, here also the capabilities of every tool is entirely different. Let us say if I have written a research paper, and if I'm checking this research paper into Drillbit, it may show 40% similarity. Okay, see, even though there is difference in between plagiarism and similarity, so in practice we'll be using these two words interchangeably to each other. So I'll be using plagiarism or similarity, so you please understand this. So let us say this Drillbit is showing 40% similarity. So if I'll be checking this research paper into Turnitin, then Turnitin may be showing 20%. Authenticate may be showing 70%. Okay, so it depends. So that does not mean Turnitin is bad. Okay, so if it is showing 20% in Turnitin, there may be the possibility that Turnitin is correct, but means this is 40%, that much. These are not as compared to this. This may be having less accuracy. Okay, but this is unlike to AI scores. In that case, you cannot say that this is completely wrong. Okay, so and to understand this means in case of AI score, you can say that if Turnitin is showing 20% AI score and Authenticate is showing 70%, then you may say that Turnitin is correct, but this score is entirely incorrect for AI score. But for plagiarism, you can't say that. So see, accuracy may be little bit different, but this 70% is also correct. This 40% is also correct. Okay. Now, why then there would be a difference in between this 20%, 40%, and 70%? So this is because of the database. Means whenever we will submit our research document to any plagiarism checkers, then our submitted document would be compared with the database available into that software. So based on that, we'll get similarity score. So it is not like our document is compared with entire web. So that is not the case. It is only considered with the database available into that software. Now let us say, or as per my experience, Turnitin has the strongest database. Okay, and because of that, most of the times there is a possibility that Turnitin may show maximum percentage of similarity. So if you don't know your university is using which plagiarism checker, or even if you don't know journal uses which plagiarism checker, in that case you may move ahead using Turnitin, because that has one of the strongest database. Into that, see, I have compared many times. I have compared, even the Grammarly has plagiarism checker. So for many files I have checked into Turnitin. So Turnitin is showing 50% similarity score, and I have checked same document into Grammarly. So Grammarly is showing something around 4%. So you will be very happy to hear that if you check document into Grammarly, that your document doesn't have any plagiarism or similarity, but it does have, means it has the similarity of around 50%. Okay. So that entirely based on database. Now, what I said, most of the times in Turnitin, you will get maximum percentage of the similarity, but not all times. So there is a possibility, let us say, sometimes in Turnitin, you will get, let us say, 2% similarity. But if you check that into Authenticate or any other plagiarism checker, I am taking this for example. So Authenticate may show 22%. So this is rare, but this can happen. So what is the reason behind that? Because let us say the research paper you have written on specific topic, and the similar research articles are already submitted into Authenticate, but those research articles are not there in Turnitin. Means for specific topic, the Authenticate has strong database. Because of that, you may be getting 22% in Authenticate. Okay, so that may differ. Because of that, there would be a difference into the plagiarism scores. So that is why I am saying, if your university using Turnitin, go ahead and use Turnitin as a plagiarism checker, so that if you submit your document in university, then also they will university will see 2%, because already you have checked and you can see that 2%. So university, whenever they will check or journal will check, they also see this 2% plagiarism in your document. Okay. Now let me talk about one more point about these plagiarism checkers. So I generally receive many comments asking about suggesting free plagiarism checking softwares or tools. Okay, but I generally avoid to suggest, and the main important reason is because of the repository. This is really the most important point, repository. So whenever we will submit any document for plagiarism checker, checking your similarity or plagiarism scores, then there is always a risk that your document can be saved into repository and your entire document would be lost. Let us say you can talk about the PhD thesis. So it takes 4 to 5 years to complete the research. So we draft entire research into one document called PhD thesis. And let us say if you submitted that PhD thesis online into any tool, okay? So for the first time, you will get actual plagiarism checker. Let us say you have checked online into any tool and you have got 10% similarity. But when you will check that, or your university will check that, then university can see that your similarity is almost 100%. The main reason is whenever for the first time you have checked online into free tool, your document has got saved into repository. And that is why it is showing now 100%. And it is almost impossible to remove these documents from this repository. Almost impossible. So the only option you have to rephrase the text, and rephrasing 200 to 300 pages PhD thesis is again becomes almost impossible. So you have to be very careful while handling your research documents and while using any of the AI tool or even a research tool. Okay. So this is called as repository. So you have to make sure whenever, see, you can perform this practice. If you're using any specific plagiarism checker, then submit one, let us say this is sample file. Submit that sample file twice. Okay. And you have to see that both times you will be getting same similarity percentage. Let us say for the first time you got 10%, and second time also if you are checking same file, then if you got 10%, that does mean your file, that is non-repository type of account, where your file is not saved. But second time if you're getting 100%, so this is again a rough practice, but yes, you can perform that. Okay, so this is again the most important point. Now let us talk about the interesting point. What is the allowable plagiarism percentage into journals and universities? So now if we talk about plagiarism, then even 1% of plagiarism is not allowed. Okay. So if you talk about similarity, then yes, around maybe 10 or maybe 5 to 30% similarity may be allowed if we have used the text properly with proper citation. Now you may get this question, why similarity is allowed? Because they may, let us say if you have written a document of 200 to 300 pages, and if your document has 0% similarity, so that is almost impossible. So if your document of 200 to 300 pages has 0% similarity, then something wrong into your document. You may have followed some mispractices, and because of that it is showing 0%. Because 0% is not possible. See, if you're working on any specific topic, you have written very long document, then this is means common practice that few of the words, sequence of few of the words can be matched with already published data. Okay, and that is why these 5 to 30% similarities may be allowed. You may be using some standard laws, some standard equations, so you cannot modify theories. You have to use the statements as it is. Okay, but and even if you're using those laws and all, then even citation is not required, because that is general knowledge. If you're making use of general knowledge into your research paper or any research documents, then citation is not required, and that text can be detected in plagiarism. Okay, but that would be accepted because you are not allowed to modify or rephrase the theories or laws with different statements. Okay, so in that case, because of that only this is allowed. If you are published several research papers, and now if you are publishing next research papers, then your author names, affiliations, universities, everything would be shown in next research paper similarity. Okay, and by considering all this, generally this similarity is allowed. So 0% is almost impossible. Now if you talk about the journal, so in journal, most preferably 5 to 20% similarity is allowed. So 5 comes for, there are very few journals those demand 5%. Okay, those are Q1 journals. Okay, those comes under quartile 1 ranking. And here even few Q2 journals also demand 5%. And here 20% Q1 to Q4 all journals. There are some Q1 journals as well, those accept up to 20%. See, every journal may have separate demand in between. Some may ask you to submit the article which has less than 10% this plagiarism or similarity. Okay, but my recommendation is, if you are submitting your research paper into any journal, try to keep the similarity score less than 10%. Okay, so that this is the best practice to move ahead with. Universities, then in universities also the same practice would be followed, but it is like 10 to 30%. So 10% is generally accepted everywhere. Few universities do also accept the similarity of 25 to 30%. But still, in this case also, in your PhD thesis or maybe dissertations, try to keep the similarity less than 20%. Okay, so that is a standard practice you have to follow. Now, let me move ahead with this research paper writing tools. So you will observe many research paper means AI tools for different purpose, maybe data analysis, grammar check, paraphrasing, referencing, and research diagrams. So now here within this session, I'll be highlighting few of the AI tools, and I'll be giving you some slide demonstration of all these tools, mean how to install and how to use. Okay, so this would be a very small demonstration, but you can note down these points, and maybe after this session or whenever you will find some free time, you can try to use this AI tools. Okay, let us say if you talk about data analysis, collection analysis, I'll prefer Origin Lab or Julius AI. So we may be using Microsoft Excel for that. So obviously Microsoft Excel is excellent, but still in order to plot graphs, I prefer Origin Lab, which is available free. Then grammar check, Grammarly is the oldest and most effective tool to check and correct grammatical errors. Paraphrasing, Qbot and ChatGPT is preferred. For referencing, also there are many tools like Zotero, Genia, EndNote. I prefer Mendeley and sometimes Genia for some purposes. So I'll be discussing that also, why Genia. And research diagrams. So there are multiple tools. See, preparing research diagram is also not an easy task. This is a time consuming task. So preparing one single schematic, excellent schematic, may take maybe 1 day or 2 days even. Okay, after that also we may not be very sure about means whether it is attractive or not. So I'll be discussing about this Max. This is again one of the excellent tool to create schematics or research diagram. Okay, so let us start with Origin Lab. So Origin Lab is really excellent to prepare complicated 2D or 3D graphs. You can see here. So similar types of graphs will enhance the chances of your research documents getting accepted into multiple journals. Okay, so how you present data, that is really the most important thing. So that brings the uniqueness to your research paper, and most importantly your review paper. Because if you are writing literature review paper, then putting data, so you can first sort out the data into table, and simply you have to convert that table into this excellent schematics, and you have to just explain. So if you're following this practice, then definitely your literature review article can be accepted, means acceptance rate would be more. So this Origin Pro is available freely if you have your university or institute provided email ID, then only it is available freely. Okay, otherwise you may have to purchase it, and the cost is comparatively high. So let me just tell you, you can note down these points if you want to see. So maybe many of you may be using this Origin Lab, but if anybody wants to use it, then this demonstration will help. So you can search for the Origin Lab. So you have to open this very first link. Okay, so you can click on the student version directly. So when you will click on that, then you will see two versions. One is student version and another is learning edition. Okay, so now even student version will cost you 69 USD for 1 year. So you have to click on learning edition. So once you will click on that, you will get this page. So almost, say, learning edition would be for 6 months, but for 6 months you will get entire access. And after 6 months, again you have to follow the same process. Again you will be getting a new code, and you can again be upgraded for next 6 months. So in this way, for unlimited period of time, you can use this Origin Lab. But after every 6 months, yes, you have to again follow the same process. Okay, and in order to use that, if you scroll down, so you will find you have to fill up this form: your name, university, department, email address, confirm email address, and tell us reasons. You can put anything, like you want to use it to plot different graphs. So this portion is really very much important. If it is university email address, let us say nilesh@iit.ac.in. So if that is my email ID, then definitely I'll get an email. Otherwise, you won't be getting an email with activation key. So you won't be able to use this Origin Lab in that case. So you have to fill up all these details. You have to tick this, and then you can click on submit. Okay, so these are the details. Now, after submitting, you will get similar means this prompt box where it is showing, thanks for requesting Origin Pro running edition. For instruction, please check your email. And then you have to check your mailbox, where you have to see. So you will get either 2 emails or single email. If you are getting 2 emails, then this link would be separately embedded in that first email, where first you have to verify your email ID. And then in second email, you will be getting the downloading link. So you have to download Origin Pro 2025 from this link, and then you have to simply install. So within installation, it will ask you to put this license key. So if you're putting this license key, then your Origin Lab would be upgraded. Okay. Now, let me give you one small demonstration about this Origin Lab. I have also used my institute provided email ID to activate this. Okay, this is Origin Lab, Origin Pro. This is again really very simple. Okay, I think as I said, 6 months, after 6 months, my 6 months are already gone, means this subscription has expired. So I have to again follow the same process, and then I have to enter this key, and then I need to click on activate. So this may not be valid because this expired, because 6 months before I have taken. So for a while, Okay, now I'll be only using this. The session would be for 3 minutes. Okay, fine, no problem. So see, this interface is really very simple. Means XY data you have to copy here, and you can simply, let us say, let me check if I have any XY data. So let us say this is my XY data. From Excel, you can copy into this interface, and then simply you have to select data, and you can click on plot graph. So you'll be getting graph, and there are multiple options to, means you have to simply select. You will get what the color, everything you can do, format lines and all. It is very simple. Say you can start. You see, interface looks like a few drop down menus similar to our Microsoft PowerPoint. Here we have some options to edit this even within this graph. Also, some lines, you have to insert some arrows. You can easily modify this colors and all. And the most important thing is this simple part. Actually, you can make it very decorative. So you can click on help and learning center. Okay, so why I prefer you this? Let us say I have some data, but here you can select the type of graph first. Let us say I want to plot this. So you can select that. So I want to prepare this. So obviously similar type of data you must have. So you can observe this data, means what data exactly they will be having and how to plot this graph. So they have clearly mentioned here multiple surface in same layer. So you have to follow these instructions, and then you can easily plotting this graph. Okay. So this is how, through help and learning center, you can select the required graph, and accordingly you can fit your data into that, and you can easily export this data as image. Okay, in any image format, means 600 dpi, 900 dpi. Okay, which is requested or asked to submit by the journal. So this is really an excellent, because only plotting, instead of plotting only 2D graphs, we can plot different graphs. Those will add some uniqueness into your research documents or literature review documents. So see, if similar kinds of different graphs and diagrams, if you're including your literature review or even your research paper, then you can think about how attractive and to what level the presentations of your research document be improved. Okay, but this is again most important thing is you have to go through this hierarchy or the instructions very carefully. Okay, so you can easily do that, and maybe at this moment you feel like that is difficult, but it is really very simple. Means whatever you can't do, especially for graphs plotting and make it attractive, you can't do in this Excel, but you can definitely do that in Origin. So in IIT specifically, they only consider even Origin Lab. At least you have exported the plots from Origin Lab. Means if you're plotting the graphs by using this Excel, then they won't accept. Okay, because there is a difference. Means you can really, if looking at the Excel and Origin graph, you can identify the difference. Okay, but obviously you should learn, means how to make it attractive, then it is possible. So from my side, it is highly recommended that you have to use Origin Lab in order to create some attractive and the 3D graphs. Now let me move ahead discussing about second most important tool that is required or that must have been installed by each and every researchers. Without that, you can't move ahead. Means if you're thinking about manually adding the references and citations, then you may be wrong or you may miss something, because this is not like, let us say, a year before I have published one review paper, and that review paper has around 200 references. So you can think about how manually you can type 200 references and how you can change the sequences of in-text citations. So that again becomes means almost impossible, because anyhow if I'm adding any new references, then entire citation sequence can be changed. So manually, see, sometimes what happens that we are very habitual with the manual formatting, then we simply ignore to use or adapt the skills, but somehow we must adapt the skill. See, AI tool also, there are two sides. I always have the conversation or controversial conversation whenever I'll be delivering some session and some senior professors are sitting in front of me and they will be asking obviously, so what is ethical and what is unethical? Okay, but always coin has two sides. So making use of AI blindly will become unethical, but smartly if you are making use of AI, then it will save hours of your time. Okay, so what side you have to consider, that is means that you have to decide. But yes, somehow we have to adapt this technology and we have to move ahead. So let us discuss about Mendeley. So I personally prefer Mendeley. So you may have different choices. You may use Zotero, you may use EndNote, okay, or any other reference management tool. But why I prefer Mendeley, because whenever you upload any specific research paper, first we have to upload the PDFs of research papers into the Mendeley interface. Then the capability to fetch the data accurately from this PDFs is excellent in Mendeley. Okay. Otherwise, sometimes I've used EndNote and Zotero as well. But obviously, these tools are also good. If you are familiar with these tools, if you're using these tools, you can move ahead and use, no problem. But I personally prefer, whenever I have handled 300 references in one research review paper, then I have not even a small lag I have not experienced with Mendeley. But sometimes crashing with EndNote is observed. For Zotero, I have not used for that review paper, but in EndNote I have observed. So if you are handling very long number of citations, then also Mendeley can handle everything smoothly. That is why it is preferred. And most importantly, it is available freely. So you can go to the Mendeley site, and under Mendeley site, you have to click on Get Mendeley site. Okay. And then you have to click on Download Now for Windows. So you can install Mendeley for Windows. So see, you have to install two setup. One setup is Mendeley site, and that Mendeley site, this is add-on which would be installed in your Microsoft Word. Okay, and along with that, you also need to install this Mendeley Reference Manager for desktop. That does mean, see, if I search in my computer like Mendeley, so you will find this Mendeley Reference Manager. So that I have already downloaded and installed. So I would like to open that first. Okay. So this is my Mendeley desktop manager. I think I need to log in first. So you can simply search on Google that download Mendeley Reference Manager, and you'll see the downloading link. So it is very simple. So you have to log in first, and you can sign up with your basic credentials. So it is free to sign up. And then let us say I'll open my Word document. This is my Word document. Let me open any of the document. Okay, so this is my document, and under references, whenever you will install this Mendeley site, then in this way, this will appear under your references, Mendeley site. So keep in mind, you have to install two setup. First is Mendeley site and other is Mendeley reference manager. Okay. Then only, because in Mendeley reference manager, you can see here, you have to add references. You can click on add references and import file. So either you can import PDF. Let us say I want to import this. I can click on that and I can click on open. So you can see this, it is getting uploaded and this has been uploaded. So this author's name, year, title, etc. So what I am saying, that Mendeley has clearly fetched the author's name, year and title. Okay. You can see the most of the articles have fetched all the details. So sometimes if the details couldn't fetch, then we need to manually open the PDF and we need. Okay. So in that case, Mendeley is comparatively good. So not like that, means not only you can upload the PDF files. Let us say you don't have access to the PDF file, then you have option directly to add references manually. So if you have DOI, then simply you have to paste DOI here, search and then add entry. Okay. So that does not means only you have uploaded file. Only by using DOI also you can add these research papers. Now see, in this Word document, you can't add research papers. You must add research papers, those you need to cite here under this Mendeley reference manager. Okay. So this is the most important point. And then you have to open your Microsoft Word. You have to open Mendeley site. So on the right side, you will see this Mendeley site extension. And here also, again, you have to sign in with the same credentials. Your login, your account, email ID and password will be same. Okay. Once you logged in, then you have to click on these three dots, and you have, sorry, on the side of this three dot, you'll find this synchronization, this arrows. So you have to click on that synchronization arrows, and then whatever research papers you have added here under this Mendeley reference manager will be reflected here in your Word, and then you can start adding citations. Now let us say, now I need to add citations. So I need to add citations here. Let us say, in order to write these two sentences, I have referred these three research papers. So I can click on insert citations. Then again, so this is actually text format. So I would like to remove this first. These are not citations, but I've inserted that manually. Okay, so let us say now I need to cite this. So these are the 4 research papers I took for references. In order to create this paragraph also, I have taken help of this research paper. Okay. Insert. Let us say I have provided these citations. Now I have finished providing these intake citations, and now I need simply list of references. So what you have to do is simply click on these 3 dots and insert bibliography. So this will ask your bibliography will be inserted at your cursor location. So this location. So I can say yes, continue. And you can see this, the list of references is ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Now you can think about what if you want to manually write these references. This becomes really very difficult and a tough task. And the most important thing is, let us say after revising, I found that here also I need to add any one reference, or maybe in between. Let us say at this position I must add one reference, and for that so you can also prepare different folders into, let us say I need to add this reference, so I can click on insert. So automatically now I have added this in-text citation, so automatically this list of references have modified. So this fourth number reference is automatically added here. Okay, so that is why this automatic referencing is really must for your document, because you need not to worry about anything. Means if you are changing the sequence, obviously this sequence as it is would be changed in the references. Let us say from one research paper my research document has rejected, and now you have to format the references as per the another journal's formatting guidelines. Then also you can easily do that. You have to click on citation styles, change citation styles. Let us say I am submitting into IEEE, I can select that, update citation style. Okay, you can see the citation style has changed. So it has access to, let us say if you want to submit into specific journal, then search for, you can click on search for. Let us say I want to submit into advanced engineering materials. I can select that. I can update. You can see this citation style is changed as per that journal formatting requirements, and you will find the list of references also in that format. Okay, so this is really very good. It doesn't matter you are citing 200 pages, 200 papers, 300 papers. Within a single, maybe 1 or 2 seconds, you have to simply click on 3 dots, insert bibliography, and your list of these 200 references would be ready, and you can use that in your research documents. Okay, so that is the main reason why I prefer you to move ahead and use this reference management tools and avoid using any free tools. Okay, so this was about the Origin Pro, and secondly it was about the Mendeley. Now let me talk about Turnitin first, because that is again the most important thing. See, Grammarly, I'll be not discussing Grammarly. It is means very common research tool, and you might be all using that Grammarly. So let me talk about the Turnitin, and before that I'll first discuss about ChatGPT, means how you can make use of ChatGPT, whether what is ethical and what is unethical. Okay, so let's have maybe in few 15 to 20 minutes we will have some demonstration about AI tools, those you can use into your research or research writing. Let us say okay, now ChatGPT is really an excellent tool that you can make. Let us say if you want to, so obviously you may have to pay something around, it will cost you if you are taking ChatGPT subscription. So even I receive many comments and emails asking about whether it's worth paying maybe 2000 or 1800 rupees INR per month to ChatGPT. So it depends on your use, means what use or for what you are using ChatGPT. Okay, recently ChatGPT has launched ChatGPT 5. So under ChatGPT 5 you will find these 3 options: auto, instant, and thinking. Okay, so under thinking, if see this, you can only get this option if you have subscribed to ChatGPT Plus. So under this ChatGPT thinking, if you are asking anything, let us say I'll be putting one prompt like introduction, generate an introduction section for a research paper on, let us say, ZX50 Mg alloy used for biodegradable implant. Okay, let us say I want to generate an introduction on this topic. This is a random topic I have picked upon. So ZX50 magnesium alloy used for biodegradable implant, and then I'll put like with in text citations. I can click on this, I can click enter. So normal ChatGPT can't provide you the text with real in-text citations, but this feature is capable to do so. Means with ChatGPT also you can generate text which would be based on the real sources. So that is now possible. So it will take, obviously it will take some time and maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So this is a very general prompt I have used. Okay, so you have to be very specific, so that means what exactly means very specific point topic you have to mention, then only you will get a very specific details. So if you are using this ChatGPT Auto or any other version, then instantly you will get answers. But if you are using the ChatGPT thinking, then only in that case it may take 1 or 2 minutes. But you will get excellent introduction. Okay, it has taken something around 1 minute 30 seconds, and you have started. You can see this. So these are the references. You can verify those references from these sites, websites. You can see this with queries, and the same is included here. Reference. So these are real references. So still it is recommended that you can verify these references. See, generating introduction as it is by using this ChatGPT, even though it gives you real citations, but that is still not recommended. But you can do so, and you can take a reference, and accordingly you can draft your introduction. You can take a reference of the flow. You can pick few of the important keywords and few of the words, and accordingly you can include those words, and you can try drafting your own introduction. Or you can write your own introduction and you can rewrite that by using the syncing feature. That is also possible. Now what I'll do is I'll simply copy this introduction into a Word document. Okay, I copied as it is. Then let me save this file as save as. I'll save this as test file ChatGPT generated. Okay, now what we will do is we will check if you are doing anything, like if you are rewriting your own text, if you are generating something by using ChatGPT, then what would be the plagiarism and AI score for these files. So this is an instructor account I'll be using. So no repository. So this is what I was asking about. So let us say if you are asking your friend, which is studying in any other university, to check your PhD thesis into their Turnitin account. And in that case, if that Turnitin account has set to standard paper repository, then your thesis would be saved into that university. Okay, and that is almost impossible to remove as you are not authorized student of that university. So that matters a lot. So this is instructor account, and that is why I have this access. But in student account, you don't know whether this student repository, this account is set to repository or non-repository. So if it is set to no repository, then no problem. You can go and use Turnitin student account also. If it is set to repository, then all the work will be, you will lose all your work. So no repository and submit. So now I will mention test file chat GPT generated. So what we will do is, our file is, this is file, test file chat GPT generated. Upload. So this will give you an idea whether if you're generating something or rewriting something, your own text, then ChatGPT will show any similarity or AI, Turnitin will show any similarity or AI score. Okay, so you can say this. So if you're generating something, let us say rewriting or generating something by using ChatGPT, then you need not to worry about similarity, because always similarity lies in between 5 to 10 or 12% maximum. Okay, so you will find very low similarity in that case. But if I open this similarity file, so here I can have access to the AI score as well. And you can see this AI score is 65%. See, previously, this is a new means update launched by Turnitin on 27th of August. Before 27, that if you are generating something by using this ChatGPT thinking feature, then you will be getting 0% AI score. But now, as per the new update, now Turnitin can detect the text which is generated from thinking feature of this ChatGPT as well. Okay, so it is showing 65% AI score. So if you click on that, then you can analyze the report, means which text is exactly showing under AI. So I was talking about the highlighted text, so you can see this. So this text is highlighted, that does mean it is showing under AI. So the first 3 paragraphs, even though you are generated by using ChatGPT, but still it is not showing under AI. So that is why I told you that no AI tool is 100% accurate, but still 65% is means a considerable amount. So you have to be little worry about. Now let me discuss about the tool that you can use, means what are the techniques by using you can bypass this AI detection. Okay, so now what I will do is simply I'll go back to this file and I will just copy this entire file once again. Okay, before that, let me tell you the manually how you can do that. So simply, if you want to reduce the AI score percentage, okay, here is a report. Let us say, so by using 2 techniques, you can reduce this AI score of this document. So the first technique is manual techniques. Let us say, now you can see this, you can observe this paragraph. Let me minimize this. Let us say this text have been entirely highlighted. So what you can do this, so you can break the sequence of these paragraphs. These AI detection features have set some standards. If maybe specific words, let us say this is a big paragraph, so let us say 70 words are there, number of words. So 70 words are there, then only those would be detected under AI. Let us say now these are less than 70 words. If you are adding one paragraph in between this paragraph and this paragraph, so that paragraph you have to write in your own words. Okay, so if you are doing so, then what you are doing means you are breaking the patterns which these AI detectors are detecting. Okay, means the AI detector will feel like this text is generated by AI. Then that AI detector will check for the next paragraph. Then the AI detector will feel like, no, this is human text. Again, this is AI, this is human text. Okay, so in that case, also you can break the sequence of entire text patterns, and then in that case your AI score, now it is showing 65%. But if you are manually adding different paragraphs in between different this highlighted text, then also you will be able to lower down the similarity percentage. Sorry, this AI score percentage, maybe 20% or even less than that. Okay, that is the manual technique. You can do that if you wanted to reduce, but you don't want to spend that much of time. Then the second option that we do have is to paraphrase the text. So what I will do is I'll just recheck the text from where it is showing under AI. So from consequently it is showing under AI, so I can consider this paragraph from allowing. So I'll not touch these two paragraphs now because it is not showing any AI score. So what I will do is I'll go back to my Word file. So from here, from this allowing, I'll just copy this text. Okay, I'll copy, and then I will use stealth writer in order to humanize the text. Okay, so in case if you want to reduce the plagiarism, then this may be the best option, means Quillboard. If you have used proper citations but still it is showing considered text is showing under means similarity or plagiarism, in that case simply you can rewrite by using paraphrasing, means this Quillboard, because Quillboard is the most, you will find a lot of features here for the Quillboard. AI humanizer, everything is there, but Quillboard is only preferred and it is only best for paraphrasing, because when it is launched before few years, it only has the feature of paraphrasing. So this is the oldest feature of Quillboard. So obviously, in order to reduce plagiarism, it is most effective. You may consider Quillboard for that. So now here, I'll paste this, and okay. So you can use, so this is stealth writer, and this is best to reduce the AI score. So we'll demonstrate that, but the main thing is here, few of the ASCII characters are here. So what we will do is, means we need to remove these characters like special characters. So I'll copy this. So what I'll do is here I'll put a prompt remove. I want to remove the special characters, that's it. So I'll change the model to instant so that I'll get instant result. Okay, I'm not using, I just want to remove the special characters, that's it. So everything so I'll copy this now. Go to the stealth writer. Oh, this character is still there. Because I have done that, but still many characters are special characters are still there. So I'll just put again another prompt. Yes. Now I think these characters have been removed. Okay. So what we will do is, again, we will copy that into this stealth writer. Okay. Now there won't be any special characters included. So here what you can do this, if you observe these models, then you'll find different models. So now this is again a premium account. That is why I have access to all these models. So with free account also you will get access to few of the models. See, if you are using any humanizer, see, to reduce plagiarism, we use paraphraser, but to reduce AI score, we use humanizer. So if you needs to reduce this AI score, then I'll prefer you that you can move ahead and use stealth writer, because I have observed many humanizers, but whenever you will humanize the text, then the quality of the text would be degraded to the greater extent. Means this excellent technical text would be converted into casual normal English. Okay, so that is not expected for technical writing. So comparatively, stealth writer is excellent. This is still not 100% accurate and best, but compared to all the humanizers, this is highly preferred. Okay, so now what I will do is I'll use the best possible version. Let us say Ghost 4.70 I'll use, and then I'll click on humanize. So here also you have option to check for AI. Means here itself you can check for AI, but it is recommended to check the AI into Turnitin. Now here you can see around 94% of the text is human written and 6%. So here itself you will get the result. So this text will show as AI written. Now what I will do is I'll just copy this entire text. Again, I'll paste it here in this file. See, now I am only replacing this text. So I'll paste. So I have replaced the text which was previously showing. Okay, so I'll save this file as test file. I'll name this as humanized. Okay, and I'll simply save this. Now again what I will do is I'll just go to the Turnitin's interface, and I'll click on submit. Now I will select that humanized file, and I'll see that what is the whether that humanizer has increased the similarity score or AI score, or reduced the AI score. Test. I'll just name this as test file humanized. I'll select this file and upload. Confirm, and go to assignment box. Now we'll observe the similarity in AI score of the text which is generated by ChatGPT. You can say this humanized text is showing 5% AI, so it is almost same. So it doesn't affect the plagiarism percentage of your document. And now we'll check for AI. Okay, so here you can see this. This is the AI score percentage. So AI score percentage is star percentage. Okay. So in small letters, this is again one of the most important point. You can see this. What does it mean if your AI score is showing star percentage? So I don't know whether you can read this or not. I'll just maximize that first. Okay. Yes, it is possible. Now you can read this. AI detection scores below the 20% threshold are not surfaced in the report because they have higher likelihood of false positives. Okay, false positives means inaccuracies. So what Turnitin is saying, if AI score, now star percentage means the AI score of this document lies in between 0 to 20%. So in that case, Turnitin won't be showing the AI score because Turnitin is saying that within this period, this AI score percentage may be inaccurate. Okay, so that does mean if your document is showing 0% or star percentage, that does mean your file, your document doesn't have any AI score. Means you can move ahead and submit your document. So you can see this now. You won't find any highlighted text, which we have seen in previous document. So here you won't find any highlighted text. That does mean this stealth writer has drastically reduced the AI score of your document. And now the most important part is, even though that stealth writer is capable to reduce the AI score from ChatGPT generated document, but still it is highly recommended that once again just go through this humanized text. As I said, it is not 100% accurate, but it is comparatively good. If you compare this humanizer with others, then this would really help you a lot. Okay, so this was about the ChatGPT, means reality of ChatGPT and how you can reduce the AI score of your documents. So once again, the most important point is this technique I have discussed. It is not for generating files as it is and rewriting those files by using or reframing those files using stealth writer and publish as your own text. See, whenever we talk about any research paper publication, so whatever all the AI tools currently available on the market, these AI tools are trained based on the already published data. Okay, so if we are writing a research paper, so that research paper itself is a new research. Okay, so you can't think about writing a research paper by using this ChatGPT or any other AI tool, because if you're writing a research paper by using these AI tools, then you can't call that as research paper, because that is just a report you are preparing by using these tools, because there won't be any innovative idea, any new things into it. Okay, so entire research paper can't be drafted by using any AI tool, but to the greater extent we can take help of these AI tools to reframe our research writing, research papers or thesis. Okay, so that is possible. So this is one point. The second point, what you can do is, means if you wants to use this ChatGPT in order to write the result and discussion section. See, today's session I'll not be covering means how to draft research paper, each and every section of research paper, because that will take a time. How to draft introduction, how to draft abstract, methodology, result, discussion, validation, how we can smartly include the validation part to make the discussion very strong. many things are there, but the overall structure that we well aware of means we have abstract, then keywords, introduction, literature review, methodology, result and discussion, and then conclusion. Okay, that is the common part. So I'll be addressing the general aspects of it. Let us say if I want to take help of the chat GPT in order to draft the result and discussion section, then also you can easily do that. Let us take this example. So this is the first example that we have means we included. So what I will do is now, let us say I want to generate result and discussion section. That also you can easily do with ChatGPT. Means to greater extent, ChatGPT will help you for that. So you have to attach file. Let us say add photos and file. So I will again go to this. Okay. So here what I will do is, now let us say I need to write, so you can say create results and discussion section for the attached file, and that must be okay attached to file. If I'm only simply putting this create results and discussion section for the attached file, and if I enter that, then you will really get an excellent result and discussion part. So you can refer to that, how smartly ChatGPT has explained each and everything, what means what aspects have been addressed. So you can take help of that flow, those words, everything to draft result and discussion section. Okay, now this result and discussion section, you will find few of the references, but these are not real references. Okay, but let me tell you one specific prompt that you can use if you want real references. Let us say I have used this. Let us say I'll be attaching the same figure once again. So this is the figure. For that, I have to prepare result discussion section for the attached file, and the discussion section must be based on these references. Because see, if you're using ChatGPT 5 instead, then you can't rely on the data which is extracted. Okay, but as you have given the reference of the figure, then the text which is included here, which is just to explain this figure, so that is, you can trust that text, no problem. But in discussion part especially, we have to provide validation to our results, previous results, or validation with the literature. And for that, if let us say I'm writing my result and discussion section, and I have already sorted highly cited research articles, those I need to include for my research paper. Okay, then what you have to do is simply, let us say you have through this Mendeley, you can generate the list of references, and you can copy this list back into this prompt box. Now what means, I'll be training to this module that I want to create result and discussion section for the attached file, and the discussion section must be based on these references. Okay, so you may be more specific. So this is still a general prompt I have used, and then I have given references. Means I am telling ChatGPT just refer only these sources and create result and discussion section. So ChatGPT will first create result section and then references section with this citation. Now these citations are this list of references are not exactly matching to this topic. That is why I am not creating. But this is the best way to train ChatGPT. And means generally, whenever we write research papers, we consider, you have to consider only highly cited research papers. That becomes a strong base for your research paper. Okay, so you can download those research paper, maybe 30-40 research papers, and then you can simply like Mendeley, I have created list of references. You can create that and you can paste to create the discussion part. You can take reference of that part, and accordingly you can modify or redraft in your own words. So in that way also, means ChatGPT, this is still few features I have explained, but really ChatGPT has excellent advantage for rewriting, for checking grammatical errors. If your English is worst, then you can rewrite your own text. So your text would be most effective. So for many other purposes, you can easily make use of ChatGPT. There is nothing wrong into it. Okay. So this was about ChatGPT, Quillboard, and Stealth Writer. Now, let me move ahead and discuss about the journals, different journals and journal selection. Okay. Okay, before moving ahead, selecting any specific journal or some strategies to select fast and free journals for your research paper publications, let me first discuss about one AI-based tool, which is SciSpace. So you can search for SciSpace, this paper formatting AI tool or research tool. You will get this page. So see, nowadays, many journals ask you to submit your research papers in free form formatting, means a single column, only basic formatting, font size is required. But still, there are few journals, those ask you to submit into a specific formats. Okay, so if you want to convert into that format, let us say in 2-column format, then again it takes a lot of time because figures, titles, everything would be disturbed. Okay, so if you want to quickly format your written research paper, let us say it is rejected from one journal, again you have to reformat into other journal. If it is rejected from second journal, you need to reformat into third journal formatting requirements. Okay, so that becomes time consuming. So this is the AI tool that you can use in order to format your research documents. What you have to do is simply, let us say you have to search for the journals. So here you can search for the specific journals in that you are submitting your research paper. Let us say I want to submit my research paper into Journal of Thermal Biology. So I will select that. Let me refresh the page. Okay, now once you click that, you have to click on use template with MS Word file, my MS Word file. So now I need to select that MS Word file. So let us say I'll be selecting my research paper, final research paper. Okay, upload success. So I have uploaded. It is completely safe, don't worry. It won't affect your similarity or AI score percentage. Okay, now get your output to Journal of Thermal Biology guidelines in 4 simple steps. You have to click on let's go. Now this will ask you means you have to cross these few steps like title. So choose the box that contains your article title. So this is my article title. So I will tick this box. And again, this is, so you have to click on save and continue. Then choose authors and affiliations. Okay, so authors and affiliations are selected. Save and next. So choose abstract. So abstract keyword 7 next. Then select bibliography. So I have to now select bibliography, entire bibliography I'll select. Okay. Then save and continue. Preview formatted document. Now I'll click on preview formatted document. So this is again not 100% accurate, but still it will save means hours of your work. Now you can see this is the format. So you have to now click on, this is journal format. You have to now click on edit on typeset. Let us say few of the words, few of the titles, if you feel like are not properly formatted, you can re-edit those here within this interface, or you also have an option to download Word file and correct that into your Word file. So you can see this. Now if you are making any changes here, then those changes will be reflected here. You can see this table is properly formatted. Okay, all these tables are almost properly formatted. So under this output, you can click here and you have option to download in docx format. So if you're not comfortable editing this here, then you can simply download in docx format and you can manually look at the requirements and re-edit that form. Okay. So this is again one of the easiest way to get through, means at least you will get some outline. Maybe 50% of work will be done by this size space, and then remaining 50% you have to manually do. But still it will help you a lot in formatting your such documents. Okay. Okay. Then, so we discussed paraphrasing, ChatGPT, paraphrasing, stealth writer, this size space. Now, one most important feature of PaperPal I want to discuss, and then we will be discussing about journals. Okay. So in PaperPal, you have see PaperPal AI is also one of the popular AI tool. So under this PaperPal, you will find one unique feature that I have not observed in any other AI tool, and that feature is this submission check. So once you finished your research paper, if you have checked grammatical errors, you have confirmed the lowest AI score and similarity percentage, then before submitting that document to journal, you can use this PaperPal submission check feature, and you have to upload your manuscript. Let us say I'll be considering this my research paper. So submission check means this will check for the lacunas of your manuscript, and this tool will guide you to correct all those errors so that you will expect full-fledged document. So you can see this. This will again take maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, it depends on internet connections as well, and this processing still takes some time. If your document number of pages may be more, then it will take a considerable longer duration. But now this tool has started processing, and you will see this what points would be analyzed: metadata, disclosures, figures and tables, counts, references, language and structure. So this is really an excellent feature. Means if you have a very good supervisor, in that case, it is possible that supervisor will correct many of the mistakes that your document does have. So that review is also important. But what you can do is, before maybe sending that to your supervisor for corrections, you can perform this check and then final check by supervisor. And in case means you don't have any supervisor or any reviewer to check and correct your errors, you may simply rely on this tool as well. Okay, this tool will simply help you to finish your document. That's it. So final check, we can say. Okay, we will get back to this. Maybe it will take 1 to 2 minutes. But before that, I just forgot to mention about this Genie AI. So Genie AI. So Genie AI is also one of the popular tool for research writing, because whatever text you would be generating, which is based on the scientific data, so it doesn't refer to any vague websites. So that is why it is one of the most popular. You have multiple options, but let us say, see, only for missing citations you can consider Genie AI. Let us say if you forgot to provide the citations, means you have written whole research papers, but you forgot to note, means for, let us say this is the paragraph that you have included under introduction, and if you forgot to cite the sources, so in that case, to find the missing citations, you can take help of this Genie AI to track those articles. Let us say I need to cite this research article, I need to cite this sentence, then I have to select that, and then I have to click on cite option. So once you'll do that, so under Discover tab, based on your selection, this Genie AI will suggest you many published research articles. Okay, those will relate to your selection. And the most important thing is published year, cited, how many citations this research article has received. So make sure you are selecting highly cited research articles. Those will provide a strong base to your research paper. And impact factor is also, you can see impact factor here. So based on that, if you see this is the best article for your research, you can just click on cite. Okay, so you can see this citation is added here. And not only that, but along with the citation, the list of references have also been added. So here as well, you have option to change the citation style, and then your options to download the citations reference as well, or even you can download the entire this document into Word format. Okay, that option also you do have. So to provide missing citations, you can consider this Genie AI. Now let's move back to the paper pal. Okay, where we have already submitted our final research paper. So these are the critical issues, and most importantly, many critical issues have addressed by paper pal. So you can download the edited file. We'll discuss this later. But you can see the missing author emails is not there. So whenever we start work on multiple activities, sometimes we make these simple mistakes. So then I have not included this conflict of interest statement, okay, missing data statement, because few journals ask all statements. Many journals only ask this conflict of interest statement, or maybe missing ethics statement. Then abstract is too long, manuscript is too short. This manuscript is only of I think 4 to 5 pages. That is why it is too. Manuscript does not follow IMRD, that is standard structure of a research paper, that is not followed. Abstract is even not structured properly. Too many old references. See, this point is again really very much important. Whenever you will write any research document, that you should include the few old references, and maybe 20% old references, 30% intermediate references, and 50% recent references. That would be a combination of all this. Means reviewer should feel like you know basic theories as well. Means you have referred to the basic theories, basic research papers, and recent research articles as well. So it is not like if you are having 50% or 60% old references, then again it will feel like you are not aware of the recent research. So that is the most important point. So you can change that point. Issues found in language quality, grammar, there are grammatical errors, okay, readability. So I can again means go and reframe all these points, all this critical issues. Okay, so now you have option to download the edited file. So in this way you can download the full edited file where this paper policy suggests the correct, what is correct, what is wrong. So you can go on correcting all this and your own entire research article would be corrected. So for this especially I prefer this PaperPal AI. Okay, now let's move towards, maybe in next 15-20 minutes we'll discuss about journal selection strategies, and then we will move ahead with Q&A session. Okay, so quartile rankings and fast and free journal. See, keep one point in mind. If you have written a research paper and if you don't know about quartile rankings and how to select journal, then you will definitely get difficulty in publishing your research papers into those journals. And hence, knowing quartile rankings is really very much important, and accordingly you have to select the journals. Okay, then you can expect that your research article can be published quite fast. Okay, what are these quartile? See, we will discuss now what is quartile basics, Cooper's ranking, Web of Science ranking, and the strategies to select fast and free journals. Now quartile basics. So you first know what are these quartiles. So see, here you can see this quartile is nothing but these are rankings of journals. So there are 4 quartiles: Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. So you can see here. So Q1 represent top 25% journals. Okay, Q2 represents 25 to 50% journals. Q3 50 to 75% journals, and Q4 bottom 25% journals. Okay, now who gives this quartile? So broadly saying, if you observe Scoopers, then you will find this Q1 to Q4 quartile rankings are under Scoopers, and then Web of Science as well. Okay, JCR. So under Scoopers, you will find different Q1 to Q4 rankings, and Web of Science also different Q1 to Q4 rankings. So Q1 and Q4 rankings are different for Scoopers and for Web of Science. Means there might be the possibility that any specific journal will be in Q1 of Scoopers, okay, but will be in Q3 of JCR or Web of Science. So that is possible. Okay. So if there are few journals, those are in Scoopers given as well as in Web of Science given. Okay. So in that case, it is really means prestigious to publish into, and that is the main importance of quartile. So if you are publishing keyword journals, then there are possibilities that you will get very high number of citations. So that is prestigious. Your H index and I10 index would be improved. Okay. So that is the most important thing. So always prefer to publish in Q1, but parallelly you should know what is your research, means what level of research article you have written, and accordingly you have to target Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 levels. Okay. So this rankings basically decided based on the core metrics, number of citations and all. So whenever newly any journal if added in Scoopers, then that would be added under Q4. Okay. And when that journal performs very well, number of citations would be increased, that journal will be moved to Q3, then Q2 and Q1. Okay. Now let me talk about the Scoopers quartile rankings. So here, which would be specifically based on HGR, and same thing that we have discussed, means 25%, means how it is, means rankings have been decided. Now, let us say if you want to find out the Q1, means how to see whether journal is in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 Scoopers. So for that, you have to visit Scoopers website. So this is the Scoopers website. So you might have all be using this website because this is very important. Means if you have to search for the journal, anything, you can refer to this website. So here, either you can download this Scoopers source list, or here there is option to download, or simply you can apply this filter. Means now if you want to see only first quartile journals, you can apply this filter and you can click on apply. Okay, then you can only see, so there are around 48,000 results, means 48,000 journals are there. Those are total journal. So I'll take this first quartile and I'll click on apply. Now you can see this. Almost 9,655 Scooper journals falls under the first quartile. So these are all journals. You can put specific keywords related to your field, pharmacy, or may specific topic under pharmacy to locate specific journal. And if you want to publish into Q4 journals, you can untick first quartile, Q4, and then apply. Then you can see only Q4 journals. Okay, this is quite easier to publish into Q4 journals as compared to Q1 and Q2 journals. Okay, so this was about the Scoopers rankings, Scoopers Q1 to Q4 rankings. Now let's move towards Web of Science. So journal citation reports. So journal citation reports is generally given by this Clarivatic Analytics. You may have heard this, you may have heard about the list as well. So all the SCIS Web of Science journals you'll find under this Clarivatic Analytics, under this JCR. Okay, so these rankings are again different. So to access these JCR rankings, you must have institutional access. Means you cannot just see these rankings of journals by using the free account. So that is not, even with this institutional account, you can sort subject wise, that is also possible. But still there are some free alternatives. So we will, what are these alternatives? We will discuss here. So there is one website, you may know this website, means abdullahfarhan.com. There are several other free websites. So there you will find the link to download the journal citation reports. Okay, this is published yearly. Let us say I need to download the journal citation report for 2025. Then I'll click either XLSX or PDF. So I'll click to download PDF. And you have to click on download. Okay, so here you can see this 5-year impact factor JIF quartile. So you can see this, the quartile is Q1, Q2, Q3. So similarly, you can find out all the journals. On the bottom side, you will find Q4 journals. These are Q4 journals. Okay, these journals are mixed: Q4 journal, Q2 journal, Q3 journal. Okay, so you can search for any specific journal. So if you want to see that journals whether falls under Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, so from this list you can easily locate that journals quartile rankings. Okay, so in this way you can simply download the journal quartile, or you can see the journal status. Okay, so this was about the quartile rankings. Now the most important point is to select the journal. Okay, and to select the journal, you can make use of journal finder tools. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so now what I am considering that you have finished writing your research paper. Now you have to select the journal finder tool or specific journal, and for that you can take the help of this journal finder tool. Okay, so if you could observe that there are multiple journal finder tools you will be able to see: Elsewhere, Wiley, Springer, Sage, Talon Francis, IEEE, recommendations, etc. Okay, and one of the most journal finder tool is Elsewhere. So you have to let me just demonstrate that directly, so that will help you a lot. Simply on Google you can search for Elsewhere journal finder tool. Elsewhere journal finder tool. Okay, so this is the page. So this is free to use, so you can definitely go and use to find out the journal in your field. So either you can search for by the keywords, or you can directly click on match my abstract. So it is highly recommended, if you have written your research paper, then directly you can copy paste your abstract of research paper. Let me open my research paper. So what I'll do is, instead of putting only few keywords, directly I'll copy my research paper's abstract into here. Okay, and then I'll click on find journals, and here you can see this that this journal finder suggested around 40 journals. Okay, so why I'm saying this, you have to use journal finder tools, because see, on journal main homepage you won't be able to see the maximum metrics, but from here exactly within very less time you can apply smart filters and you can see whether the journal is free, paid, or fast or not. Okay, so because of that, the journal finder tools are really very much important. Now you can see here you'll find two options of publication type. One is OA means open access, and S means subscription. So open access means if you are choosing to publish into open access, then you may have to pay 1,000, 2,000 USD for publication, or maybe more than that. So the amount is very huge. So what you have to do is, you have to simply uncheck this. Now that does mean now this is only showing journals with subscription. Since subscription category, as an authors, you need not to pay any publication charges, but the researchers or users, those who want to download or read your research papers, those will pay. Those need to pay, or many universities will subscribe for those journals, and then their students will be having access. Okay, but authors, we need not to pay any charges. And okay, so this is one point. Second point, let us say you have written a research paper that is average research paper. So you can first target to publish that research paper with less impact factor, maybe 1 or up to 1 or less than 1. So there won't be any journal, let us say maybe 2, then I have 1 journal. So I can target this journal first. Okay, rather than publishing into high impact factor journals, I can target this. But not only that, along with that, you have to see this duration as well. Time to first decision in 90 days. That is comparatively more. So you may change some filters. So many things you have to see. See, time to first decision. So what is time to first decision? Means when we will submit our research paper, so our research paper would be either rejected or would move towards the revision process. So that decision is called as time to first decision. Okay. So after that, maybe in 30 days, we'll get first revision. But just confirm this time duration and try to submit into those journals who have mentioned the time to first decision 10 to 15 days. Means even if your research article is rejected, you will get the decision between 10 to 15 days so that you can try for other journal. Otherwise, there are some journals which may take up to 3 to 4 months just to provide your first decision, whether your research article is getting rejected or it is being sent to the revision process. Okay, in that case, it really becomes very time consuming because every journal is taking this. So there are several cases where research article has got rejected for 7 times, 8 times. Then in that case, you can expect for 2 years, in this process, 2 years you need to spend. Okay, so in order to avoid that, from this journals finder tool, you can get access to this time to first decision as well. You have to reconfirm that from the website, but yes, still you'll get some access from here. And again, in case of few journals, not all journals, but again, in case of few journals, you will find this acceptance rate as well. Okay, means for every 100 research articles submitted, this journal accept 26 research articles. Okay, if this acceptance rate is more, let us say in this case it is more, 41. So again, there are more chances that these research articles would be accepted. Okay, 47%. So you can target the journals with very high acceptance rate. So that will maximize the probability of your research article getting accepted into these journals. Okay. So for these points, actually, this journal finder tool is excellent in order to find out the acceptance rate, time to first decision, or in order to select the free journals by enabling and disabling these points. On few journals website, this is mentioned whether this is free journal or paid journal, but you have to search different sections because where it is mentioned, it is not clear. For every journal, they are mentioned at different places. So in that case, you have to search the website properly. Then also you can find out whether that journal is free or paid. From here, directly you will be getting that information. Okay. Okay. So this second point. First is to decide the level of your written research text. Accordingly, you have to select Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And then you have to select or analyze the metrics by using this journal finder tools. Okay. And the last point that is again very much important is, let us say I have decided to submit my research article into this journal, Chinese Journal of Chemical Engineering. But after doing that, what you have to do is you have to refer to the recently published, let us say, latest issue. So what, say, you have to refer 20 to 25 recently published research articles. And then you have to observe, let us say, this is recently published article in 2025. So you have to view its PDF and you have to observe these dates. So when this research article is submitted to this journal, it is submitted on 17th February. It is revised in May. So it has taken something around 3 months. And it is accepted on 11th. So less than 3 months. Okay. So let us say I have downloaded 25 to 30 research articles. And if I found that almost all these research articles have been accepted within the period of 3 months only, then you can imagine, or you can think about this, that your research article can also be accepted within 2 to 3 months. Okay, so there are multiple parameters needs to be considered, but still from this you can make a judgment that its revision process are fast. So this editorial team is very active, and hence you can just move ahead and submit your research article into that journal. So this is again one of the most important point that you have to analyze before submitting your research article to any journal. Okay, so I think this is from my side. So we have something around 29 to 30 minutes still left. So I would just ask you if anyone has any questions based on this, then you can ask. Means we'll move ahead with Q&A session.
Thank you so much, sir. The session is very informative, and I would like to say that you started from scratch. Let's say I know nothing about research and journal writing. This session is very helpful even for the beginners. So, as sir said, I would like to open the session for Q&A. So, if you have any questions, you can post them in the chat box or just raise your hand so that we can allow you to unmute yourselves and ask your queries.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
Yeah, sir. So it is with respect to Gen AI. You have showed us demo with respect to Gen AI. So just wanted to understand, sir, if I have a few of the like available text available, so can I go ahead with application of Gen AI and try to find out the applicable references with the help of Gen AI? Because it would be like difficult to check if that particular reference is available that for that particular text. That would be manually not like it is time
Not
consuming.
possible, huh? Right. Huh.
Right, right. And one more thing, sir, like whenever we are trying to check with the AI tools, we are finding out some false references, even like that maybe a author and that title or that journal is not available at that forum. That what I have checked or understood. So, what is the limitation, or how we can get read from that such scenario where AI tool are actually providing us false citations with reference of author or like title
Okay.
combination.
Okay. So, nice question, sir. Actually, for Genie AI, as you said, that if you have some text and you can take help of Genie AI, so definitely you can do that. And one more thing that you mentioned at the last, so obviously whenever you will do that, so it is highly recommended to confirm that, because this is AI, this is AI based reference generation. But as per my experience with Genie AI, that whenever you will select some text and you will generate some citations, then you will get actual citations. See, actual citations is what Genie AI will do. The Genie AI will compare this text with the different research papers. Genie AI has very strong database of very reputed and published research articles. So it compare that text with those database, and based on that you will be getting the choices. Now let us say you have ample of choices of research articles, so it is up to you. Let us say if I am using this citation, then I can open that research article and I'll confirm that whether that research article is really related to that text. Okay, that is the only manual confirmation is expected. Means blindly, I'll not recommend you to move ahead. But yes, manual attention is required everywhere, not even in citation, but if you're using any AI tool for your research writing. But still, it is comparatively accurate.
Okay,
Hello.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello,
And
sir.
sir, with respect to that continuation to the previous question, sir, even we did identify that even ChatGPT or a few of the AI tools are providing false result with respect to citations. So how we can overcome this solution?
Right,
Because
right, right.
if we
This
try
is
to
this
find
is
out such combinations, sir, such articles or journals are not available. So like how to get rid of this? Can you please guide us, sir?
Yes, sure, sir. This is really most important problem that is associated to many researchers, and that is why I always tell users that you can't rely on ChatGPT for genuine references. Okay, but that is why I have just conveyed you one practice, that if you are putting proper citations into this ChatGPT prompt box and ask ChatGPT that only refer to this published research articles and give some information. So in that case, ChatGPT's accuracy is excellent, means it refers to those research articles. Or another option is you can simply download those research papers and you can upload by attaching files to ChatGPT. Okay. So if you are doing that, then in that case you will get an excellent means text which you can trust. So that is the only thing. But yes, through ChatGPT you will get false citations. So that is possible. So don't just blindly, if you're putting some prompt and generating text, you can't blindly trust ChatGPT's output. So for that you have to validate the text. So that is the limitation of ChatGPT actually.
Thank you, sir. So for that purpose, this would be good option, GenAI, right, sir?
Yes, because ChatGPT is based on all the database, means irrelevant websites, everything. But this GenAI or PaperApple, they have strong database of published research articles. So in that sense, you can slightly trust those tools as compared to ChatGPT. But if you're putting proper prompts in ChatGPT, then yes, you can also even trust ChatGPT.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir. I want to ask about which tool can be used for literature review. So,
Okay.
literature review.
Mhm.
Any AI tool? Which AI tool will you suggest for literature review?
So, ma'am, for literature review also, many AI tools you can use. Even this AI PaperPal can also be used for literature review. But I can recommend you to use SciSpace. This is really an excellent tool for literature review.
Okay.
Okay. So if you refer to my YouTube channel, you will have detailed that demonstration. So you can go through that. This is really an excellent, means for literature review, that is recommended.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello.
Okay, ma'am.
So how to access your YouTube channel? What we
You
should
can search for My Research Support on YouTube, My Research Support. So you will find my channel. Miss.
हेलो
Hello.
हाँ जी गुड आफ्टरनून
Good
सर
afternoon.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि जैसे हम रेफरेंसेस देते हैं क्वार्टाइल 1 जो है जर्नल्स हैं
Yes.
उनमें से जो रेफरेंसेस देते हैं क्या वो जरूरी है कि वो स्कोपस इंडेक्स्ड ही होने चाहिए
Not necessary, ma'am. But ma'am, the most important thing is if your research article is based on highly cited research papers, okay,
ओके
then that will have a strong weightage. So when you will submit that research paper into a journal, then they will look that which references you have used. Means in order to write your research paper, which articles you have referred. So we have to use highly cited research article. That is best that practice.
ओके थैंक यू सर
Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. We have few queries in the chat box.
Yes, sir. May I have,
Yeah, I'm ready.
sir, I have one question. Sir,
Yes, please.
journal IJT is important for the student.
Sorry.
IJT is a international journal, sir. It is very important for the students, BPharm students.
Okay, ma'am. Actually, for journals, you have to first check means whether that particular journal is good or not. For that, you have to check whether it is included in Scopus. So you can search for Scopus. So you can search here that journal name so that you can see if it is under Scopus. Then you can see whether it is included in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So likewise, you can decide whether the journal is good or not. So if it is included in the Scopus or Web of Science, then you can say that that journal is good.
Sir, I have one more question. Sir,
Yes.
previously आप question journals दिखाए ना sir.
Yes.
Oh, can you show me once again to me?
Which journals?
जर्नल्स नेम्स दिखाए ना सर हम आपको प्रीवियस आप बोलते जब
Okay, so journals.
previous video
Generally, journals names means what I have done is I have simply searched that title, means journal title, and so here, like if you want to let us say, okay, here. So let us say if you are working in specific field, so you can search those keywords here under this website, Journal Finder Tools, and then you will easily find these journals related to your field. So this is keywords or abstract I have paste. This is my field. So you can paste your abstract and you can click on find journals so that you will find this list of journals related to your field.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
सर बी फार्मसी फाइनल ईयर कौन सा जर्नल्स बेस्ट होगा?
So for that, I'll just recommend you. So here you can ask that keyword B pharmacy related or topics. You can insert the topics. So you can find many journals. It's not even single journal. So I'll just recommend you to just try to use this elsewhere journal finder, and you can type B pharmacy and specific keywords, and you will find many journals.
ठीक है सर.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. Please.
Sir, can we use Mendeley for Marathi language references?
Sir, actually, really very good question, but I'm sorry, I need to check that. Means whether Mendeley supports Marathi language. So I'm not very sure about, but
Okay.
I need to check that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Asatosh, you can go ahead with your query. Please unmute yourself and ask your query.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes, sir. Please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Suppose, sir, we are using Mendeley for the management of references, and you have referred some about 100 to 150 citations or the papers.
Right.
So, suppose we are getting one paragraph from one paper, another paragraph from another paper. So, if we have to add citations, so how can we decide which paper I have used previously for making that paragraph?
Okay, okay. Sir, that is why I have just discussed about Jenny AI. Means you can use Mendeley for citation, but to track which means appropriate research article. Let us say here. Let us say you are talking about this. Now you have just written these two paragraphs, but later
Yes,
you
sir.
forget. Means from where actually you have taken this paragraph, right? So what you can do this, you can copy these paragraphs back into your Mendeley, sorry, Jenny AI's interface. Let us say, where is Jenny AI? Jenny AI. Let us say what I'll do is I'll paste those paragraphs here. And now what I'll do is I'll select that paragraph. And then I'll write, sorry. Okay. So I'll select this paragraph and then I can click on cite. So under discover, you will find many relevant articles. So it is not like that you need to cite specific article, but for one paragraph, you may cite 2-3 articles. But you have to only confirm that, yes, this research article is strongly related to the text you have included. Okay. So generally, as it is, copy pasting is not accepted. But let us say if you have referred any specific research article, see, the ethical practice is generally this is the what we can say. If you forget to do that, then we can use this Jenny AI. But generally, if you are writing something by referring some research article, then generally you have to note somewhere, and likewise you have to provide citation. That is the best practice. But somehow, if you forgot to do that, then you can take Jenny AI's help. You can paste that paragraph here, and then you can select that text, and Jenny AI will suggest you the best research articles. So you can pick one of this research article to cite.
Sir, is there any provision in the Mendeley for managing those references with their what we can say, the history of the paper?
History of the paper? No. Actually, maybe AI would be clubbed in Mendeley soon, but now if you are saying, then you have to just either track this research article like from different this Genia or other AI tools, and then those research articles DOI you can copy in Mendeley. Let us say from Genia I found this research article is suitable for this paragraph. Then I go to this research articles web page and I copy DOI number, and that DOI number again I'll add here and I'll cite that in Mendeley. So that is the only practice currently, at least, you can follow.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Welcome.
Sir, we have few queries in the chat box. So one query: what is the difference between the Science Citation Index Journal Expand and emerging source?
Okay. So the main difference is one is ESCI and one is SCIE. Means when you talk about the Web of Science, then when Web of Science new journals are included into Web of Science, then Web of Science will first include those journals under emerging science, means ESA, Emerging Science Citation Index. And then when those journals will get some high number of citations and all, and then they will be included into SCI, means Science Citation Index, or SCIE we can call it as. So obviously SCI is far better than ESCI or emerging sources. So quality wise are also best. So always we have to target this SCI journals. So that is the only difference.
So what's the best way to identify a research gap in existing literature?
Okay. So see, for research gap nowadays, this feature I have not covered, but wherever means you have in multiple AI tools, almost in all AI tools, if you refer, then you have this feature, chat PDF or AI chat. So you can click on that feature, like in Genie AI also. Here what you can do is you can add multiple research articles here. Let us say I'm reading specific research article. So I can add research articles here by with the help of this plus icon, and I can put a prompt like identify gaps from this research articles. Then directly this Genie AI will also identify few of the gaps. Obviously those you need to verify, but through this AI chat features of almost all the tools, so you can prefer PaperPal or this Genie AI for that identification of gaps.
Okay, sir. One more query. Which tools can be used for Ayurvedic literature review?
For Ayurvedic as well, you can prefer SciSpace because their database is really strong. Means for even engineering, for Ayurveda and medical as well, because they have clearly mentioned on their website as well that we have very strong database for these fields. So SciSpace is excellent for that. You can use that.
Yeah, thank you, sir. One more query. This is from Dr. P. Lata. Good afternoon, sir. I thoroughly enjoyed the informative session. I was wondering if you could guide me on creating text information for research original pictures. Specifically, I would like to know if it's possible to create a spectral image of different formulations in one format using Origin Lab or any AI tool by providing raw data. Since we don't have the capability to do this in our lab, I would appreciate your advice on the best AI tool.
Okay, but as far as Origin is concerned, means it doesn't have that feature currently, but I think if AI is introduced into it, then that may be possible. Recently it is not possible. Even I know few of the AI tools, but these AI tools are also, means they have text to diagram or text to schematic feature, which you can convert that, but still they have some limits. So maybe in future it would be possible.
Okay, sir. So one more query related to literature review again. So he's asking, kindly throw light on how to find relevant papers related to research topic we are working on. Let's say how to proceed through the same in less time. Like Connect paper, I have heard about it. So can you throw some light on that, or how to use this or any other good platform for this purpose?
Okay, so see, research paper means Google Scholar is really one of the best platform to find the research paper, because whenever you will search for, there are multiple others, but comparatively, for that I will not recommend AI tools. Even in AI tools also, when you search for, like in Jenny, you'll find number of citations for all, but in Google Scholar you will find almost all the research articles. If you are specifically searching with some keywords, you'll find all the research articles, and along with that you will able to see that when the document is published, what is the impact factor and how many of the researchers have cited that. So for that, I'll just recommend you that citation is one of the best option to select the best research articles. That's it. If the citations are more, you can say that even the reviewers also means similar way. Reviewers also think that if you are using highly cited research articles, then your research article is based on very strong base. So I think I'll prefer Google Scholar for that. Means none of other AI tools I can recommend.
Thank you, sir. So similar query, sir. Which AI tool can be used for philosophical or yoga science studies?
Okay, for specifically, I can't mention because I didn't find any tool which is designed for specific purpose. Even though this many tools say that they can be applied to all the fields, but for yoga sciences specifically, I don't know if any tool is designed. But definitely, if in future, then I'll let you know. Means they can contact me, no problem.
Yeah. One last query, sir. Can we use BioRender for research diagrams?
Yes, definitely we will use, but BioRender is only limited to this pharmaceutical and biological or medicine science. So you can definitely do that, because BioRender has, even I have used BioRender in one of my paper. I have prepared two schematics by using BioRender. So you can definitely do that, no problem, because you will find a lot of cliff part. Means if you're putting anything, searching anything, like if you need sales, drugs, then everything you will get. So if you're writing your literature review or few of the schematics of your research paper, then BioRender is really a best option, no problem, you can use it.
Thank you, sir. One more query, sir. So what is the best AI tool to draft discussion section of research paper, and which is the best tool to interpret histopathological images?
Okay, so the only answer is ChatGPT. Means none other than ChatGPT can do that. Okay, the only thing is be smart to put the smart properly. Like I said, you can attach. So ChatGPT is only capable to explain excellently whatever figures you have attached. Okay, how many other tools like Kimi, Perplexity, and any other, but I'll only recommend you ChatGPT for that. Okay, but make sure you can take help of that. Put a proper prompt. In that also you can give reference to specific published research articles, attach specific result. You can also mention in which flow you need your result and discussion section. So means you have to be very specific. You will get excellent and specific results.
Okay, sir. This is the last query. We'll stop with this. So this is from Dr. Sagar. So he's asking, can we tell about perplexity usage in research? Can you guide about perplexity usage in research? So can we claim that we use something, AI tool, while publishing a research paper? I think that's what his question is.
No, I think I have tested Perplexity a lot, but if I compare my simple and genuine opinion, if you compare Perplexity with ChatGPT, then I'll say that ChatGPT is far better than Perplexity as far as research is concerned. So the things are same. If you are using Perplexity, if you're taking any data for Perplexity, see, for general information you can use, like if you want any information about specific journals, you use any tool, no problem. But when it comes to the generation or rewriting of data, correcting the data, then in that sense, ChatGPT is more capable than Perplexity. So that is why I have not included that in my presentation. So ChatGPT is good. Okay, sir.
Sir, our principal sir has one query. Sir, please go
Okay.
ahead.
Please.
Sir, please unmute yourself. Manappa sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a
Yes,
query,
please.
sir. Can you tell me which AI tool for image processing? Image processing.
Okay.
And free of cost, not subscribed one.
Okay, sir. Actually, I can recommend few of the tools, but almost, sir, nowadays, almost see the main feature that is currently in demand, which is text to diagrams. Means if you're explaining something in text, then it can be converted into diagrams. But all these tools are free, but for limited data. Means you may export or you may work on only 1 or 2 figures in 1 month, and then if you wanted to work on more figures, then you may have to pay. So in similar fashion, basically all the tools are opting, means same procedure. But if I want to prefer the tool, then I'll prefer this tool. So this is Wondershare IDROM.
Which one, sir? Stick to diagram, right?
This is
What you're telling, sir? Software name?
Wondershare IDROM. So can you see the screen, sir? My screen?
Yeah, I can see, sir.
Okay. And here, sir, see, you will find thousands of templates. Let us say I need to prepare these templates. Easily, you can open that template, you can see this. And here you can just edit the data. It is very simple to edit. You can remove if you want to remove. You can add your data here and you can export that into image or PPT. And you can even edit in PPT. So any diagram, it is very simple to use that. So let us say this one. So obviously you have to look at our data, and based on that we have to select this, but this will save a lot of our time. Here also few with free options we can, means limited features, we can create those diagrams. And here you will find AI as well, means if you want to explain in text and you have to generate diagrams, then also you can do that. See, AI drawing option is there. So here you can explain something and you can create schematic. So that option is also there. So, but free version with limited access, you will get that. But compared to other AI tools, this is really an excellent AI tool to prepare excellent schematics. IDROM, Wondershare IDROM.
Sometimes what happens, sir, some journals asking then less number of figures. So what we are doing is 3-4 figure altogether we are keeping in this PowerPoint presentation, and then we are making it to image or something like that. In that case, what is happening, sir, that resolution is becoming very low. So in that case, if you are going for online image processing, so they will ask for payment or something like that. Maximum 1 or 2 they will allow. After that, they're asking for that payment.
Yes,
or
exactly, sir. That is the main issue. Means I have used around 7 to 8 of such tools, but every tool has some. And if there is a free tool, then under this free tool you can't export into high definition figures. Then what is the use of that?
Yes, sir.
That is the problem. But by considering all the scenarios, this is really good. Means with text also you can generate figures, but that is the problem, that this is again not free. to some extent it is free, then we may have to pay. That is the issue.
Even sir, sometimes what is happening, even you are getting it is getting processed. After that, that the values and x-axis and y-axis won't be visible. That the values are something looking something different, unnatural. It
Exactly, sir.
won't look like natural number.
So for that accuracy, this is really excellent, sir. Means I know that when you will do export, then formatting would be disturbed. So values would be means if you generate by AI, but this is excellent for that. Means you can trust the accuracy of this tool, and simply you can directly export this into PPT. So in PPT you can edit. So that is the main advantage of this tool.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, welcome, sir. Welcome.
Nilesh Kumar, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sir, just to conclude your session, I think it was, 3-year continuous session. I think you delivered all the contents, very easily and, in a systematic way. I think all participants are very fortunate to have you with us today. I think I'm so grateful to library madam Poonam Chete madam to find out you and having with us today. I think sir, you have covered almost all ethical part of using AI, and I really want to say that my first paper in JCR, I took almost 1 year to publish a review article. So in 2008, and even in PhD, I took 6 months to write one paper in Q1 journal. I think currently I can take the maximum. I think I'm taking 1 week, less than 1 week. Maybe required to complete my assignment, and it's all because of proper utilization of the AI tools.
Yes, sir.
So one thing, whatever you deliver today, all I think ethical part of you ethically using how ethically we can use AI. What I feel that there are so many other sides of the AI, like unethical part. So sometimes people can misuse this AI.
Exactly.
In
Yes.
my pharma background, I can even write paper on engineering papers like metallurgy, like civil and all. So this may happen. People who are having zero expertise in the field of in one field, they can also write easily papers using these AI tools, it seems, I think, because converting AI information to humanize, then reducing the plagiarism and similarity, then using the paper live and finding the lacunas of the paper. Again, you are going back to ChatGPT, finding those answers for lacunas, then again coming. So it will be like, there is a threat. How you see that, sir? It would be a threat or it will be an opportunity?
Yes. So two sides of it. So we need to decide actually. Which side we need to opt.
So another, sir, currently many times you're saying ChatGPT, as you said, paper law, and sometimes I use it for finding lacunas, because I used to review many papers for Elsevier and other publishers. I generally try to see what lacunas the ChatGPT gives after uploading that manuscript, and after uploading it to paper law. So it is again useful for reviewers also. I can find some grammar errors, minor errors, and even some major. So how you say, sir? Is it we can use it for such purpose also?
Sorry, sir.
For reviewing manuscripts. So if I invited for reviewing some.
Okay. Sir, reviewing manuscript, what I observed that, because I have followed that practice since long, but what I observed that even though if you are attaching any document, let's say the document that has come for review, then it is not capable to 100% accurately fetching the data from that text. Okay, but one practice you can follow, that instead of attaching entire manuscript, you can copy paste few of the sections in text.
Okay.
Then you will get excellent suggestions from ChatGPT even. So that is what I have observed.
Yes. Actually, even when I get answers from the chat GPT, they are not 100% acceptable. Anyway,
Yes.
at the end of the, we have to go through the manuscript and we have to find out whether they're right or wrong.
Yes.
Again, we have to verify it.
Most of the
But,
times it is wrong. If you upload the file. Right.
Exactly. But that could be used like copying and pasting
Yes,
some information. You can
in
better
that case, you will get proper suggestions.
Yes, exactly. And so at the end, thank you so much for accepting our invitation and joining
very
us
much
and
to you as
delivering. I think it would be fantastic. I think we had so far. I think excellent session for as far as today's session is concerned. And everybody would be happy. Still, I can see 150 plus participants, and throughout session, I think 200 participants were still engaged. And I think they were very eager. And I hope we had served our purpose of having you with us, and you delivered all the contents which the young researchers and faculties actually would supposed to know.
So thank you very much, sir. Means in future, if it is possible, we may plan for hands-on session. Actually,
Yes, sir. Exactly, sir.
that is what I personally prefer. So maybe in future we can plan for that.
Yes, sir. We'll plan near future, sir. Not
Yes.
longer. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And regarding the recording of the session, it takes 1 day for us to get the recording saved. So within next 2 days, we can share with you the recording, and also the feedback link will be shared with you in the WhatsApp group. So thank you so much for your patience. And I once again take this opportunity to thank you, sir, Dr. Nilesh, sir. It never really felt like a 3-hour session. It was very engaging and it was very informative also. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So with this, I would like to wind up today's session. Thank you so much, everyone.